Afternoon, Phil from Moto-Mate, and we're here with Daryl's GSX-GT Suzuki. Why are you here with Daryl's GSX-GT Suzuki, Phil? Well, we've got one of these to try. The GSX-GT is a great sports touring bike, but fitting a nav to it is a bit of a challenge. Daryl's been very kind and helped us develop this. So we've got a mounting plate. Rather than having a flat bar to mount the nav, we've actually gone for a U-section 3mm aluminium, so it's really solid and rigid. It won't bend and flex and the nav won't bounce around. On the underside, we've incorporated a little cutout so you can run the wire through, down the middle and out under the fairing if you want to take your power that way. Trim panel that screws in on the top just to keep it all nice and neat and tidy. And then on the front end, I've actually put a knuckle on there so you can adjust the height depending on what device you've got and how much clearance you've got around the screen. So you can bring it in close, away from you, bring it forward, up and down. So it gives you perfect adjustability. Let's throw it on and see how it looks. It's a really simple install on this. It's a case of screen off. The mount goes in, screen goes back on. Slackened these off earlier. In the kit, we've also included some longer screws with Form C washers for clamping down on the screen. Just some longer screws, so because obviously we've got the mounting plate in there as well. So I'll park the screen somewhere safe where it won't get damaged. So before we pop the bracket under the screen and back on the bike, I'm just going to fit the nav cradle. On the grounds that this isn't my bike, I'm not running power or anything, but just to show you location and purpose. And in the kit, we have these little top hat bushes. If you're using a quad lock mounting base or a TomTom nav, they come with M5 screws. If you have a Garmin, they come with M4 screws. So what we've done is we've got M5 clearance holes on the mounting plate. So when you mount the cradle, they simply will, using a Garmin cradle in this case, just pop those there for a minute. The extra slack on the hole dimensions is taken up by those top hat bushes. So if you're using a TomTom or a quad lock base, you don't need them because they use M5 fasteners. If you're using the Garmin, you will, but they're in the kit. So, right on, Phil. So literally just drop your cradle onto the plate and then the little bushes just go over and sit in the excess of the hole. Got a handful of washers and nuts and I'm going to drop them all in a minute. Right, let's get it on the bike. So we have our longer screws and Form C washers. So just put the plate in under one bolt and then just drop it down into the mount. Then before we tighten everything up, we'll just make sure that the alignment's all good. Now we've also tested this. Daryl's also got a Power Bronze double bubble screen, which we've tested this before, but obviously we're showing it here using the standard Suzuki screen. So we know it works with the double bubble screen and that's all fine. But one thing I would suggest just careful with, the Suzuki's got molded flat plates for mounting the screen. If your aftermarket one hasn't, you just want to be a bit careful if you're screwing down onto a curved surface. So I'm just going to drop the Zumo XT in there. And you can see we can come down and up. So we want it so we're obviously clear from a rider's perspective, that we're clear of the top of the TFT so we're not missing anything. We've got the nav sat in its cradle. And as you can see, we've got a range of adjustment there for height and clearance. So I'm just going to pinch these up for now, just so it's all in the right place. The ball-headed Allen key is very useful for this, and let's just have a quick look. We're just literally just clipping the top of the screen, so I'm just going to bring that up a bit more. I haven't pulled these up too tight yet. I've just unplugged it. once you've got it in the position you want, then it's pretty much fit and forget. You just need to get the angle right to suit you. Obviously, taller riders will probably need it a bit taller. I'm 6'3", if that's any reference. Right, so now I can see all the top of the rev counter. I've got battery state, I've got phone status, time, etc. So I've got a totally clear dash. That's in. It's clear of the screen. So we'll just tighten that up from there. The washers under these screws they're called conical washers, so they're not flat. So as you tighten down on them, they put a resistance force in, so an anti-vibration washer. But that is rock solid. But see, that is absolutely rock solid. What we'll do is Daryl's put some miles on the mount for us with a nav in place. We know there have been issues with some other mounts for the GT which do tend to bounce around a bit, but because we have that U-section bracing bar, it is pretty rock solid. We're in the Cambridgeshire Fens here and the roads are appalling. And we got a video, and our lovely young camera lady here will add it into this install video. We got basically 60 mile an hour down a rough old country road, and it's bloody good. It's rock solid. There we go. Hopefully that's of interest. Any questions or comments, drop it in the box below, and happy riding. Cheers, guys.